Welcome to our second lesson where we explore the grammar of algebra. The grammar of algebra refers to basically how algebra has to be written in order for it to be valid or considered correct. There are a few rules that need to be followed. The first one we're going to see, which we're going to be seeing 5 today, is when multiplying. When multiplying numbers and variables together, the main thing is that spaces do not need to exist. So 3 times y can be rewritten as just simply 3y. A times b can be rewritten as ab. And on that breath, 6 times x times y all gives you 6xy. No spaces need to occur for multiplication. So if someone presents you something like 5ab, then you know that that's equal to 5 times a times b. Next one is numbers first and letters in alphabetical order. Here we have A times C times B times 3. Even though you can technically put them in any order and it will be true, as such is the nature of mathematics, in order for it to be readable, we follow the convention where numbers of the number or the coefficient is put first, and all the letters are arranged in alphabetical order. So this will then render 3abc. 4 times x times 5. In this one, we can actually multiply the two numbers together to turn them into one single number, being 4 times 5 being 20. And then the x follows suit. Same thing can happen where d times 3 times c times 4. Multiply the two numbers together. So 3 times 4 giving you 12, with d and c following through, but those have to be put into alphabetical order. Hence why the answer will be 12CD and not 12DC. Invisible ones. If 1 is the number before the variable or is the exponent, it doesn't need to be rewritten. So a situation like this, where 1x, in that case, you don't need to rewrite the 1. So you can just rewrite it as a normal x. At the same time, if you see x to the power of 1, that can also be rewritten as just a normal x. So if you think about it, if you see just like normal x, it can be written as like 1x to the 1. Or if you see like y, that's technically 1y to the 1, because you don't need to show those ones. But if you have something like this, negative 1y, because a 1 is in front of the variable, you don't need to rewrite it. So you can just rewrite it as negative y. Powers. Multiplication is shortened addition. 2 times 3 is 2 plus 2 plus 2. Exponents are shortened multiplication. 2 to the 3 is just 2 times 2 times 2. So when variables are repeated in multiplication, you just rewrite them as a power. A times A times A times A. 4 A's over there. All the multiplication can be rewritten as a to the 4. And yes, that dot over there is multiplication. South Africa is the only country in which uses the multiplication dot. Don't ask me why. Here, x times y times y times y. All part of multiplication, so that's fine. There's 2 x's over there, so which is why you can represent it as x to the 2 or x squared, and 3 y's over there, which is y to the 3 or y cubed. But how about this one? A times b times c times a times c times a times c times a. Well, just count each letter. Mark them off with your pen or circle them in different colors. Whichever method suits you. It's all about just counting. Counting 4 a's over there, which allows a to the 4. 1 b over there, which is just simply b to the 1. But remember, b to the 1 can be rewritten as just a normal b. Hence why I did that. And then 3 c's, which is why it's c to the 3. And finally, division is often shown in fraction form, or the best thing for you to do is to show it in fraction form. No one really wants to see division like this anymore. Fractions are a bit more user-friendly. Just like how 1 divided by 2 can be shown as half, x divided by 3 can be rewritten as x over 3. A divided by b can be rewritten as a over b. But just to go a little bit further, I have here x plus 2 in brackets or divided by 3. Doesn't matter. Or the main thing to note is what's being separated by that division sign. The 3 is after the division sign, so it goes in the denominator, and whatever is before goes in the numerator.